Oh, Tio's here.
Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast.
I did not think we was going to
Yet again.
Hey, Tio, I did not think you was coming, man. I'm like, this dude just got out of war. Shawn Porter over here calling your phone. You ain't got to answer all his phone calls, bro.
Nah, I love Shawn, man. He always has been a humble dude to me. Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, we got it.
Tell him go.
You guys got me?
Yeah, we good.
Is that too loud for them?
Yeah, man. Since I was a youngin', man, like 19, actually 18, really. When I was 18 years old, Shawn Porter, man, 2-time world champion and everything, always treated me with love, man. So got to get it back. I promised him when I fought Compa, I was gonna do an interview with you, but I fell asleep. So
yeah. Back, it's all good. It's all good. Listen, I wanted to get well.
Hey Tio, why Josh Taylor was never looked like Josh Taylor last night? You never allow him to be himself in that fight.
I think it's like Roy Jones Jr. once said. I think he said like it's not that these guys are not good. It's just that we make it look easy. So, it's just really that. I think body shots, that's what I focused on. I knew I had to break him down somehow, some way. And I was just, towards like the midway of the fight, I was like, I got to start slowing him down. So let me go to the body and attack more there. And it made it much easier for me.
And at the end, Tio, I felt like you could have got him out of there and you kind of laid back on it and said, I'm going to celebrate this victory. I'm like, Tio,
no, he didn't.
What I see?
He went for it. He was going for it.
I went for what I had to, but Taylor's a big guy. He knows how to survive. He got the experience at that end. And I think he was going in that ring at like 165. Big boy, So, I'm trying to crack him and everything, but he knew how to survive. He knew how to clinch. He was holding on for dear life. But that comes with the experience that these guys have. They're vets.
The boxing Gordo. Please explain the boxing Gordo.
Oh yeah, Slick Boxer Gordo, man.
Slick Boxer Gordo.
Slick Boxer Gordo was a kid that took over everything in the amateurs. I won the U.S. Olympic trials, the National Golden Gloves, and the U.S. Olympic qualifiers that whole year. So Slick Boxer Gordo is really somebody that just hits, don't get hit at all. Does a lot of head movement and does a lot of salsa, dancing, enjoying, and just really having fun in there, like a big ass kid, So that's really who I am. And Slick Boxer Gordo really needed to come out last night, and that's what we did. Just a lot of stick and moving, smiling, showboating a little bit, and it kind of gets to the fighter's head all the time.
Your dad and I, we spoke before the fight. We spoke at the press conference, I believe.
Yes.
And he that's exactly what he said. He basically said that he was letting you loose, letting you free, giving you back the opportunities to just be yourself. Is that what you felt like going to the ring? Did you feel like through camp and everything you were able to be yourself?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think what helped the best was the fact that he figured out the problem because he was looking at a sparring that I did with Ugas. And when I was sparring with Ugas, he noticed that, wait, you wasn't throwing a punch so that was the problem. My father was like, I got to throw a punch every 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. And meaning like a jab or something, just so I could stop the fighter from doing what they was doing. But it was actually only good when I fought and when I was facing Lomachenko. But it doesn't work for every other fighter. Loma, he moves around a lot and you got to be active with him, But all these other fighters, they were just trying to wait on me and trying to counter. And I'm the best counter puncher in the game. Like I'm kingpin on that. And that's what we was missing. And he took that away from me. He noticed that. And after he figured it out, watching film of my sparrings from when I was younger, that actually happened like 3 weeks before the fight. And I thank God so much because he gave the blueprint and it took so much of a pressure out of me to always think about throwing a punch, because then I'm not analyzing the fighter. I'm not studying his moves. I'm not feinting. I'm not doing nothing but throwing jabs and trying to stay on that consistent throw a punch every 2 seconds.
Hey, follow-up question to that right there. Did you feel that for yourself? Or was it when your dad said, hey, this is what's going on? Was it like the light bulb came up over your head after your dad identified that?
So I felt it. I felt like, man, I feel pressure. Like, why am I, you taking me off my rhythm a little bit? I ain't gonna lie. But then when he started, like, it clicked on him. It worked so much better. I was like, finally, like, wow, like God does talk to us in miraculous ways, man. Absolutely. And it really worked in that way for him. And what are the chances? I probably would have lost yesterday if we didn't fix it.
Yeah.
Because they would have just waited on me to come in.
Yeah.
And then that's the stuff that we didn't need.
Yep. And I love it. That's kind of that's Taylor's game too. Taylor's game is control the range, let you come in and then counter punch right there. So with it though, like, champ, with that being said, that's why I didn't want to leave my father, because I knew there was something that we're just not connecting with. Yeah.
But I know that we could fix it in due time. Just gotta have faith in it. And I can't say that I gotta switch to another trainer until I see no improvement.
Yeah.
Practice makes improvement. Doesn't make perfect, but it makes improvement. And I know that I trust in my trainer. Although he is my father, I love him dearly. I'm sure you know that from your own experience.
Absolutely.
But we know what they could do for us, and we know what others can't. I had Hall of Fame trainers, Hall of Fame fighters that wanted to train me, and I just was like, nah, we're just going to do this dynamic duo between us. We're going to figure it out.
On that note, I got a text from a great friend last night. Shout out to Larry Drummond. And I want you to just comment on this text for yourself. He said, Teo was up against a lot last night, and he beat it all. Also loved what I saw from his father and him in the corner. And if they keep that level of camaraderie they had last night going forward, it's going to be scary.
Yeah, man, absolutely. That's really what it was. I told myself, really, you know what? I got to give him some love in between those rounds in the corner, sitting down on the stool. I just told him, I was like, I got him. In the fourth round, I already told him, I was like, he don't want to be here no more. I could tell. And yeah, man, it's really true. The connection that we have, it's just made our bond much stronger. And that victory that I had wasn't for me, man. It was for God, man, to show everybody that as long as you have faith and as long as you believe before you even see anything, man, it's all going to come true in due time. You just got to have patience and a lot of faith. I like this stuff, I really do. I love it. But yeah, man, however, I'm gonna lay back right now and focus on my business part, where take over promotions. And I really want to help the kids right now and help the, sign fighters, train fighters. I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to retire, take a step back from everything. I don't think there's no need for me right now. I'm actually going to be helping these fighters rather than anybody helping me at this point, especially in the business aspect. They're not paying me enough. They're only giving me $1 million a fight.
This is what I'll say about that. When my dad and I, we were having a really intense conversation, and he said, I'm going to go ahead and say what he said. He said, where would you be without boxing? What are you going to do if you don't box? And I said, Dad, I don't know what I'm going to do, even though I did. I said, but whatever I do, I want it to be because I get the help. And this podcast is help. I'm creating a life coaching program that's help. All these different things that I'm doing is help. And at the end of the day, if you can afford to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and things like that, by all means, I'm going to encourage you to help, because at the end of the day, that is the legacy. Your legacy moves when you help somebody with what you've given them, and then they move that forward. That's how the legacy continues. You know what I mean? So we did have questions in the chat about you retiring. I said, I'm not going to touch on that. What I want to do is give this young man his flowers and tell him that you did something, in my opinion, that was amazing last night, with everything that was put out in public about what was going on with you. You had us all fooled thinking that you were not going to show up and be who you were last night. And it was, man, it was amazing. And it is the underdog story that a lot of people can grow and pull motivation from. Again, that help that you're talking about.
Well, there's like Nikola Tesla once mentioned, there's a core in the universe that has 3 components that will make you successful, and that's strength, knowledge, and inspiration. Mm-hmm. Now, the first 2 you'll develop with time, and as you succeed, then you become that third alignment, and that's inspiration to others. So, really with myself, it's like, all right, where do I take this from this point on, reason why I'm thinking of retirement is because, my family has been very concerned with the way I've been expressing things, whether it's the Black Fighters comment, whether it was certain other comments. I'm not racist. I just see it from a business aspect of things, and I think it kind of rubbed people differently because they're not understanding my, my expression of words, how I say things, I suppose. But, so I kind of don't want that pressure on them being like they got to be fearful of their life because someone's going to do something to me. No one's going to do anything to me. They got to talk to the Father first before any of that. But when it comes to it, it's like, okay, you know what? I need everybody to calm down. Let me figure out something else. I am a very smart, intelligent individual, not just as a fighter. And I really want to express that outside of it now. I have a lot of great ideas that I really want to express out there and make it into reality. I really want to open a gym, a 2-story gym that's going to have MMA and boxing, and combine the combat sports, and I have it open in South Florida, and then on top of that, like I said before, be a trainer, train fighters. My father will be training other fighters. We recruit fighters, teach them how to talk on the mic, educate them how to be financially stable as well, and then show them that they could do it too. It's just all about, you don't have to sell your soul. You don't have to do certain things like that to get your riches. You just got to have faith in God, man.
When you say retire, we did not see the last Teo. Man, you can't.
I think the only way you get Teofimo back is a 9-figure contract deal.
Okay. Money got to be right.
Because I've made ESPN over $100 million, and I'm still getting paid $1 million a fight, while all these other fighters that have not even done a quarter of what I've done and I've accomplished in the sport, they're getting 8, 10, 12, $15 million. So obviously I'm the black sheep of the industry, and they're really hurting me on that end. So I really want to fix the sport of the boxing world and the corruption that's going on. Obviously, it doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, but we need to help these young kids that are out there right now, and parents and families that are, this, Shawn. I mean, when we were in the amateurs, our parents had to sacrifice part of their partial rent or whatever so that they could have enough for us to travel.
When you turn pro, you expect it to get easier, and it actually gets harder.
Well, it shouldn't. You know what it is though? It's the fact that they want us in a slave kind of situation where it's control, and it's like we are the bosses. We're the ones that people want to come and see fight. And I know that no one's gonna want to come. I know that if I keep fighting, they're just gonna keep giving me pennies when I'm worth more than that. I'm worth 8, 9 figures.
Yeah.
And I've been knew that. And it's like, enough is enough. I'm not coming back. You want me?
I was gonna say, I mean, let's keep it real. And we'll let you go on this note, but it's no secret how rough the boxing game is, and there's no secret how unfair the business side of the game is to fighters. So from that standpoint, I know right now people don't truly understand what you've been through and what you're going through and what you're trying to say. I 100% too. And you and I, we definitely need to have a couple of offline conversations, big dog.
Yeah, it's all about hope. And listen, we're all gonna die one day, right? But it's what we leave behind that's gonna make our legacy. I mean, Kobe Bryant passed away, but look what he did. Look at the diameter of how many lives and how many countries he affected, and impacted. I mean, from Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Bob Marley, Nipsey. I mean, the list goes on so many greats. Whitney Houston. I mean, there's so many, and it's not because of their accomplishments, but how many they inspired, how much they showed that they could make a dream turn into reality. Yeah. That's why, I put the Walt Disney and people, I put the Walt Disney, and it's like from Mickey to the Magic Kingdom. That's really where we're at now. Like, I became a need for boxing. So, if they really want to support those other fighters, go ahead, but no one's going to be as entertaining as I am.
Understood.
No one. I mean, I really
bro, you were so entertaining last night.
Yeah, because that's the slick boxer part of me. I'm a kid at heart. Like I was missing that because of the person I was with. You know, they were sucking me dry for those 5 years, you know, trying to compare my successes with themselves. And that's not how it works if you want to be in a relationship or in a marriage, you know. So I had to learn from that, you know, but God, you know, may God, you know, have mercy on her soul and everything like that too.
And I was going to go ahead, but I just want to say, like, hey, enjoy your victory, man. Enjoy last night.
I haven't slept, you know.
Leave all that, like, leave that business, leave all that alone. You got get rest, let that eye heal, and enjoy your win. But go ahead, Ant.
One thing I love is, you know, I was worried about you, bro, going into the fight. I knew what T.O. can do, but just certain things I was worried about. But man, when you got up in there 3-4 rounds in, I got joy because I seen you having fun. The outside, nothing mattered. You was in that ring doing what you love to do, what you're married to, what got you here in the first place. You was Teofimo Lopez, 10 years old. You were having fun. You were a kid. And man, that touched me because I seen he's actually happy and he's enjoying life. And I don't know what Josh was doing, but you were just having fun. You was a kid on the playground last night, bro. And I don't know if you felt like that.
Man, he kicked Josh off the swing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He kicked him down the slide.
He was a badass kid.
Pushed him off the handlebar, the monkey bars, pulled him down, all that.
The monkey bars and all, man. I was having fun, man.
Hey, T.O., we got to let you go, big dog. But I want to have you back on again soon, man. Rest up, though.
Nah, yeah, for sure, man. But I ain't sleeping yet, man. I got to enjoy this. When I fought Lomachenko, I ain't go to sleep for 3 days.
There
so my
you go.
mentality is this. Before I go, my mentality is this. See, when I win and I make history, remake history, when I win championship fights like this, I try to stay up as long as I can because the moment I go to bed and I wake up, it's a new mindset, new goal. I don't even want to hear about that fight. I want to go on to something new. And that's the mindset I really have. So right now, no sleep. Past 24 hours. So let's keep it going. Let's see how long I can go.
And we'll end on this note too. My motivational message for this week is inspired by you. So when it gets clipped and all that kind of stuff, I'll make sure you get it. I want to make sure you see that. All right.
Well, I'll be. Are you in Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in Vegas. I finally get to see my son, man. Thursday. Good. I'll be with him for 4 days. Thanks to the judge. So. That's a great thing.
You swing around this way, we'll catch up, all right?
You got it, man. Stay
Dinner
up,
on you.
No, we're going to McDonald's. He got the Happy Meals.
All right, Teo.
Love.
Let you know, guys.
Stay blessed,
love.
man.
Always. Yes, sir.